Hey, all right. Hey, I'm Sid Dobrin, the inventive fishing professor, and I'm here with another gear spotlight. And in this episode, I want to put the spotlight on a portable kayak, specifically an Oru portable kayak, the Beach LT. Now, I have to say, I've been very interested in portable kayaks of late because I'm in the process of writing an article for Florida Sportsman specifically about portable kayaks. So it's given me the opportunity to check out and paddle the Oru Beach LT kayak. Now, Oru kayaks are interesting because they're a foldable kayak that are based on an origami style design. And they've been getting a lot of attention lately. In fact, about 5 years ago, Time magazine identified them as one of the best inventions of 2019. And Smithsonian magazine did a piece about how Oru founder Anton Willis was revolutionizing design concepts by turning to origami to design a new kind of portable kayak. Now, as much as I'd like to dive deeper here and talk about the design history of the Oru kayaks, these Gear Spotlight videos don't really allow for that kind of in-depth look. So let me tell you about the kayak itself. First, the Oru is a portable kayak, and of all the portables I've been testing, this is by far the lightest. It packs in easy. Yeah, it's a big boxy pack, but it's lightweight, weighing in at only 28 pounds. The assembly is quick too. And I will say that the first time you put it together, it'll take you longer than subsequent times because the folds are a bit stiff coming out of the box. But the next time you do it, it'll be easier. Also, what I figured out was the first time putting this thing together lets you learn the logic behind the assembly. And so the second time, once you understand the concept and that origami fold, it becomes much easier and much quicker. And the same is for packing it back up too, which is really just the reverse assembly process. Now, I have to say, I was very impressed with how this boat paddles. I was a bit hesitant at first because, well, I'm a big guy and I was a bit skeptical as to how the boat would handle with me in it. But it's handled these 250 pounds of loving quite well. It paddles easy and it tracks fairly well. And the more I've paddled it, the more my confidence in the boat has increased. Now I got to say, I'm used to paddling a 16-foot yak when I'm fishing in particular. The Oru measures in at 12 feet 1 inch, so there's a bit of a difference here for me. Also, I use for my yak fishing, which is primarily inshore fishing and occasionally some offshore tournaments like the Extreme Kayak Tournament in Pompano Beach. So I'm used to a much bigger boat because of the conditions. Now, the Beach LT was designed for calm water. Do not take this boat offshore. Do not take this boat in chop. Now, it handles the chop pretty well, but any water that comes over the gunnels stays in the boat. There are no scuppers, there are no drains. Like I said, this boat is designed for calm water. Keep it there, and it'll be a great boat for you. Now, I should say, too, that when I fish primarily in an area with a lot of oyster bars and rocks. So I was worried about the Oru's corrugated plastic material getting punctured easily. But the 5 millimeter double layered custom extruded polypropylene material really held up incredibly well in these kinds of inshore conditions where there are a lot of oysters and there are a lot of rocks. Now, from an angler's perspective, I do have to say that the size of this boat is restrictive in terms of carrying gear. Now, it has a rail system for mounting accessories like rod holders, GPS, those sorts of things. But because of the size of the boat, the mounts are inevitably right in the paddle range. So you can't leave the rod holders up when you're paddling. Also, at 12 feet, there's not a lot of room for gear, particularly for someone my size. I could not, for example, carry a live bait bucket with me. And even though I usually carry about 4 or 5 rods on my yaks, there's no place to stow them on this boat. So if you're going to fish the Oru, streamline your gear. 1 or 2 rods maximum, a small tackle satchel, and really that's about it. There's no place to put or apply an anchor pole or even a lot of line for an anchor. But all of this is kind of irrelevant since I'm measuring the design of the Beach LT against single-hulled roto-molded yaks, not against other portables, and since I'm trying to apply a boat design for easy paddling in calm waters against inshore and offshore saltwater fishing scenarios. That's not what this boat is for. Now, the thing is, I really like the Oru Beach LT and could easily see toting this boat on road trips and use it for all kinds of lakes and river fishing scenarios where I'd have less gear and just really there because the water happens to be there. I love the strength and durability and portability of the Oru LT. It's a boat I want to have for more relaxed opportunities for fishing, not tournament days, and not nor should I probably be out in this on those kinds of rough days either. Also, one last thought, as you can see, I was paddling the black version of the Beach LT. I'm in Florida. The sun does heat up the black material and it can get quite warm. In hindsight, I should have gone with a lighter color model, but as you can see from some of these video clips, the black hull against the dark water also isn't always the most visible, and the light color would have made the boat more visible to other boaters or airboaters just for safety's sake as well. Nonetheless, I got to say, I'm a fan of the Oru Beach LT, and I'm looking forward to paddling it more in the future. And I really would love to talk with the folks at Oru about designing a boat specifically for inshore fishing. So yeah, I'm Sid Dobrin, the fishing professor, and those are my thoughts about Oru's Beach LT foldable portable kayak. Hey, be sure to check out all the other Inventive fishing gear spotlights, and be sure to check out the Fishing Professor Rodcast, available on all streaming platforms. I'm Sid Dobrin. Fish on.